This is a very brief video carrying on from the deinstallation of the motor and the control panel, and it's explanation of how to remove the drive shaft and to replace the drive shaft if this has been damaged. Before you lift the motor out, essentially this is the coupling, this is the drive coupling here. It consists of two halves and it's got a white Teflon buffer between the two halves. Now it runs in a particular way, so when you put it back together again, you want those two halves to go back the same way they came in, or the same way they came out. So what you can do is you can either put two dots on either half, one there and one there, or you can use the grub screws along the back or the top of the back half of the coupling and just make it two marks over here with a black marker, just so that you get the sides right. Otherwise you could be 180 degrees out. I've loosened the motor. You have seen how the motor comes out in the previous video. So once I've marked it like that, at least I know if I put it back in, I will be able to get the halves in the exact same position they were in earlier. Okay, so basically lift the motor up and slide it forward, and when you slid it off the coupling like that, it's no longer connected. You can lift it upwards, you turn it that way, and you bring it out of the boat like that. Right, now we have the motor out, and the reason for taking the motor out is so that we can actually get the coupling or to get the drive shaft out. I need a small spanner for that. I'm using an 8-ring spanner, and I will loosen the nut. Now, for those of you who've damaged the drive shaft, there won't be a nut on your shaft. That's why we're taking it out. But in any case, we take the nut off on this one. There's no way to replace the shaft from the outside or without taking the motor out. You have to do the entire job. You basically have to take the motor out, then pull the shaft in towards the inside of the boat, and so you put it through like so. And when it comes off, you should have these two parts, drive shaft coupling and with or without your thread. All right, so these are the two grub screws that you have to remove. You've got two choices. A 2mm Allen key like that will work, but you can see there's always a bit of play on this type of tool. So I found a new tool. It's called a Thorax Driver, and what it does is basically with a splined head like that, it reaches into all the corners, and I have a lot less play, and I'm less likely to strip the head or to strip the grub screw. I will also tell you that if you do strip this, then you would go to the next size up, and the size that you would use, so this one over here is a T9, this is a T7. So the T7 is a direct equivalent for that Allen key. But if you happen to have stripped the head, you can still get it out by getting a T9, and you'll find that it slips into the stripped head. For now, we will continue with this one, which works perfectly well. Basically loosen the grub screws. I think take them out because you're going to be replacing the shaft, and you need to see the dimples that have been drilled in the shaft to line up with the holes in the coupling itself. It's very simple. You remove that. Almost. Okay, then you place this on your vise. Basically just allow the shaft to drop through, and then we need to tap that out. Okay, so basically you just lay it in your vise like that, and all you need to do is tap the shaft out from this side with a pin. Included in the kit, repair kit, we generally include this formal shaft. So you just hold it there and tap it out, fall through, and that's it. So assuming that this one was damaged, that the thread is broken off, you take the new shaft, you'll find that it's got the dimples pre-drilled for you, and you say, okay, the easiest way to put this in is to start from the inside, push it through, line up the dimples with the holes in the coupling, and then when you see they're pretty straight, put that through again, and gently tap from this side, making sure tapping it all the way down until edge of the shaft is flush with the inside of the coupling. Just about right. Good. Okay, if I look inside, I can see the dimples. There they are. And obviously, I'll take my first grub screw. I won't put Loctite to start. I'll put one interlocate. I'll make that tight. That will pull the shaft to make sure it seats exactly where it's supposed to. Then with a drop of Loctite. Okay, a drop of Loctite into the back thread. First one, take your grub screw, put that in nice and firm. Then remove the front one and do exactly the same thing. Once you've done this, you go back to the other one, just double check. There we go, back to that one, nice and firm. And that's it. There's your shaft replaced. Now, important things. These shafts are, you can't harden stainless steel. So this is a hard chrome shaft. It's been coated. It's very, very difficult to get that coating to be exactly the same every time. So it might vary by a couple of microns. What we recommend is that when you replace your shaft, if you push it, okay, don't forget you're missing a washer. So the first thing that happens is you've got a washer that comes off that one, goes on there. The domed side goes towards the coupling. And you slide that back through. And if you find that it doesn't slide through easily, if there's a problem and it doesn't slide through easily like that, then you would take a 5.1 mil drill bit. This is the one. I think this is, yeah, 5.1. And basically you would put it, you simply feed this through the housing, through the bushes, but you can see that this one is well clear. And just ream it with your hands on. You can use a vice grip, a long nose vice grip, and just turn that and pull it out to pull any material that's in the channel. And you then take your coupling again with your washer on, and you push that through from this side. Very importantly, so let's just double check. We want that shaft to pretty much level with the housing, because the buffer, it's got to go in there, and it will sit on that side of the coupling and on the other side. So if that was protruding, it would stop the buffer from seating correctly. So let me drop that through like that. Okay, there is a video showing how to replace the drive shaft seals. I won't go into that right now. And to put the motor back, you're simply going to bring your grub screws to the top, and then you're going to make sure that your two dots on your motor, on the coupling on the motor, are vertical or in the up position. Okay, I'm dropping that thing like that. You slide that down, all the way down. Oopsie daisy. Oh, there's a screw laying down there. No screws in, please. In fact, you can do this. You can drop. No, you can't. You can't actually put the screws in when you've got that coupling in. All right, so you drop it down, all the way down. Slide the two halves of the coupling together. Must slide in there, like so. All right. Now the coupling is joined. Perfect. And the dots line up. And now you can reassemble, putting your two screws here and your two screws back down the front side of the gearbox. And that's how you replace your drive shaft.